Hello, are you there, Huong?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, well, thank you for waiting. I know I'm a bit tad late. I just finished the company meeting, and thank you for being
Hi.
waiting. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Well, it's a little bit late in Vietnam, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 11:30 now.
Yeah, and why you schedule kind of late meeting or interview like this today?
Because I think this time is the
Ah,
most quiet time. Yeah, so I can have a meeting with you.
okay, I see. Well, I just was just afraid that it's affect your sleeping or anything, but if you refer, then that's okay, right?
Yeah,
And today, I believe that you allow us for training for recording. I mean, recording for training and blur your face later.
yeah.
Okay. So tell us why you being here today and a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Huong. I'm 21 years old, and I'm currently studying at Ho Chi Minh University of Education. My major is translation and interpretation. Why I'm here? Because I previously I'm an internship for studying abroad consultant company, and I have to translate the documents for the clients who want to study abroad. And like what I read in the letter that I'm wonder that the clients moving abroad and when they stay there, if they have any problems, so could they contact the business that consult them for going there, or they have to contact their acquaintance or any company. So I think that your company, your mission is like answer for my question.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm joining here. And I think that up to now I have never seen any company that have the same mission like yours.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing. So it's a bit relatable to your previous experience, and I also read your letter really careful because you really put your personal connections in here, and even with your not only the place that you work at, you have that concern towards the clients, and also similar friends that give me goosebumps right now. Similar friends that also you knew or you know in the US who currently here to work, and why you want to be here with us. Well, I also hear a bit shaking and emotion in your voice. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm very nervous right now.
Oh, there's nothing to be nervous. This is just like a conversation between me and you, and I just want to learn more the reason you here and how can we help you and how can you help us. So you can just feel a little bit like release and feel comfortable. It's just not really something that I want to test you smart or anything like that, if that makes
Okay,
sense. Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
thank you for telling me that. I saw that when I read that on the applications, and I've been mentioning that the letter is really important to me. Well, the resume, anything, it's just there that I know. Then I like, okay, she do have experience on certain places. But why you being here is one of the most important thing for me to know, because just imagine if you feel like long term or a couple months later that the work is too much or a lot of work, and even maybe another teammates not collaborate with you, or even me become so difficult, you still know the reason why you being here, not because the other factors. right? You have to be a person who makes decisions. And I'm like, I'm being here because of the common goals. Maybe that person is difficult to me or for certain reason, but I'm here for that. And I don't care about what people think or even, treat or, behave. So it's keep yourself motivated. First of all, I would like to know why you decided to apply for the transitions interns, a translators intern.
Yeah, first, because that's my major when I'm studying at my university. The second one is I saw that your Facebook posts that hardly have the English translation, and if they had, they still have some mistakes, and which that limits your audiences or the yeah, it's a little bit like your quality is not good enough that you have just one language. So I think that if you want to like reach more audiences or more clients, you have to use another language. And another thing is because your company, like you're living in America, and I really like the American environment, working environment. So I think I used to be a translator in Vietnamese working environment. So I want to try a new thing that challenge myself. Yeah. And I can get more chances to learn new things.
Well, so with that, it's good to hear that you have intention to learn and speaking English. But I want to clarify at the same time, a majority when I speak at the meetings, especially for large group of people, there's people with certain different levels of English. So we still speak Vietnamese in general. But sometimes when I write or I communicate with you one-on-one, if you prefer speaking English, then I keep doing that because I have to keep a common ground, stay the same level, so people can understand what they need to do for work, what they need to really clear about moving to next process. Because some people are really limited about the English speaking. What they hear, they want to learn. I cannot forcing them speak English, or I speak English all the times. So it's really hard for them to understand and grow here. So that is what I want to let you know first in advance. What we operate, how we operate. And other beside that, where did you see our hiring and then what is the first impressions that you click on it?
The first impression is a startup business because I want to learn new things and learn apart from my position. I want to learn another position. So joining in a startup business, you can experiences a lot of things, and you can learn not only in your knowledge but also the soft skills. So yeah, that's the first impression.
Can you tell me what are other positions that are you trying to learn here?
I want to learn how to like the social media and the HR position.
And why you decided you have an interest on them?
About the HR, I love working with people. So I want to know how to connect the people in a company, in a business, because in a business, sometimes they have competitive environment but how to like keep it a safe environment. So I want to know that, and how people can know that they should choose this person for their business, but not another. And about the social media, because now you know that internet is growing significantly. So I want to know that if in this, I mean, in this time, how can you advertise, or how can you reach the clients by the social media when there are a lot of company, or when there are a lot of business have, if they have any the same idea with you, how could you compete with them? Yeah.
I see. So I think it's more not only for social media, but also it's like market research, right? You know them
Marketing.
first. And right now, I actually combine between social media and marketing, become a digital marketing, because these two groups combined to one become more exclusive, and they understand where or who are we targeting to, and use that group of clients or whatever they learn, the strategies and the plannings, all kind of that, to post publicly. And maybe people who have social media, they know how to like engage with clients in there, and then how to post in a certain way, and how to keep track, how to read data. But social media is not enough. Social media, maybe you only work in really comprehensive in one channel or two channels, and then you only know that much. You don't know what is really behind. And that's why I combine those two together, so you have a bigger range of knowledge, wider. So you understand, you don't just waiting from a different people like, oh, post this, post that. You only know that much. So whatever you share is more about digital marketing, that know who you trying to attract and how you attract them, right? And then they work closely with market research by knowing the clients. And I think it's really a big team, and we need a lot of people for that. HR also. So you mentioned you love working with people. Then in this is specifically, it's like how we create a friendly environments to help them easily schedule their interview. Are they only forcing them to schedule certain time? And the other like communications through email, right? Supporting them whenever they need it. That is HR department. And that's really important. It's like a first impressions, right? And also, our interns are our clients. So basically they can have a good impression not only about the hiring process, but also about working here and the service itself, so they can write something about it, you know. So that's pretty much a little bit explanation, because I know that maybe we have a lot of things to need to translate from here and there, but you only just keep doing translation forever. You're not going to learn anything new, right? And then with the opportunity that, and then intention of you joining different team, it's also equip you to learn more about businesses and like different team, what are they doing, and also like maybe learn something new or apply new skills, new knowledge into your life. So I'm glad that you have the intention to open up to join different departments beside like translations. That's good. So let me ask you, I think, I'm not sure, but do you have intention, or did you have intention going to the US before?
I used to plan that I would study in the US, but at that time, like my family had doesn't like my family income is cannot afford for me to go there, and I don't have any relationship that living in the US, so I cannot know anything about it. Yeah.
And when was that?
When I was 16.
Oh, wow. That's really when you was like in between high school.
When I was, yeah, high school.
And how old are you right now, if you don't mind asking?
I'm 21 years old.
Oh, okay. Well, do you still have the intention to go, or
Now I'm intend to work short term, yeah, in another country. And if I could, USA is a good choice for me
and why you want to choose US as the destination?
because when I was a kid, I usually watch US movies, so I think that that's a good country if you can move there and you work with people have open-minded. They like they respect to each other, and I think American food is delicious. So
Okay,
because their look is delicious, so I want to try them.
I see. Well, that's why people have different interests, and it's still ingrained in them for future decisions, right?
Yeah.
Um, but the funny thing is, you're 21 and you still have an opportunity to go, because I think I left the US when I arrived in the US when I was 21.
Oh, really?
I did not come here, maybe no, I don't think I have money to even dare to think about it or dream about it, that going here. I've been just keep dreaming, because I do have my aunt's family here, but they don't know how to do paperwork for me to go here to study. And then when I come here, I have to do that myself. And I left the year's education back in Vietnam to come here when I was 21. So I don't think that it's late for you, unless you still, as long as you still really want it to make it happen, you know? Yeah, I think 21 is a good age to start, because you already have maybe experience over there and the education background. Coming here, maybe it's late compared to your age in Vietnam, but coming here, it's like you were freshman, right? You
Mm.
start new school in the country that you love, so it's compare like it's considering it's just like high school, that you take back your opportunity from the past that you couldn't achieve, but maybe wasn't like a couple years ago, but it's now, because you're more wiser, and it's better that you know this opportunity, right? So you're not feeling necklace, because just imagine if you're going there 16, at the age of 16, you might you might deal with like a lot of stuff until now, but maybe now you know this, you can avoid tons of time going there, with like equip yourself with knowledge, with money, finance, and like relationship going, because
So
people, what's that?
how could you move to US? Yeah, I mean that you have to research everything by
No,
yourself.
I did not. I didn't really know how to do research, to be honest with you. I don't know. I was really like not good with school. I study at school, but I don't study anything, right? I just want to go. I just try all the way to make it happen. I don't really care if I have money or not. I will do it. I at the beginning, so my mom support me a little bit. I told her if I go there, I will pay her back. So I borrow money from here and there. Right. I have my own business before, and basically that I failed from business school, and I started business when I was 18 for clothing for 3 years. So I make money through it. And then I'm just doing it because I love business so much. And then I just have to study a degree just because to avoid like people think I'm loser. I didn't pass. But yeah, I was actually like my grade was really low, 13.5 per 30 for like English, math, and literature, right? wasn't pass any grade to even go to like the school that I want to. So I'm really like, because I know that I don't like to live there. So and then I don't know, I just cannot pass any tests. It's just not relatable to me. I'm not smart enough to do tests over there. But here I'm growing so much through the test or score doesn't really show if you're smart or not.
Yeah.
It's not really a way. So then I did for the service, but I just want to go, and then I failed for the first interview. But I think now I flash back, I'm like, dang, I think at that time I got depressed because I failed, because I think but I did not do any research. And then I didn't even like know the school I'm going to. So maybe that's the destiny, that like, hey, you need to fail so you wake up your mind. If you actually going there, you go to school, pay $9,000 per semester or year, you're fucked up in that. So I think everything happened for a reason. And then I found an opportunity at my school. They have the exchange program for J1, that I'm taking classes in the US, and then I can credit back to Vietnam the same major with me because they have the relationship for the program. I'm like, I gotta go. I'm gonna be in that list. I don't go to school, I don't go to class. I go to the place that have that program. I be there and check up paperwork every day. So that's why I never show up for classes, because I know I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna have to give up all the whatever opportunities and classes and grade in here in Vietnam back then. So intensively, I go there, I talk to people who kind of like show me how to do paperwork. She showed me, I do myself too. I do research. It's not research though. I still have not research, but I look it up here and there and follow the checklists that they have. And then now I understand more because I talk to her. I know more about the school. I know about the program. I know why I want to go there, because I don't like being here to study a degree. So I try everything. I try to make my finance. You save up money for that, and you have to do paperwork, and then just do process. And after a year, I reapply, and then I pass, because now I understand more about the school, which program I'm going to, how long I'm gonna be there, to answer the U.S. embassy. Like compared to the first time and the second time, it's completely different. I know what I'm doing, even save money. The second time, it's the tuition fee is it's around less than $2,000 for a whole year.
Yeah.
For the exchange program compared to 9,000, right? So there was a luck.
Yeah.
That something happened for a reason, but you have to try it again to know if it's like if you have that, you need to have affirmation that I need to go and I gotta do everything to make it happen. Some people told me, they keep telling me, oh, yeah, I really want to go, but because of this, of that, I'm like, man, I don't go anymore. Then have you even tried it? Right? So as your age, people actually still coming here at the age of 25, 26, 30. They're still coming. I don't know who put the age limitation on your head, but there's nothing late. It's only on what you're thinking. Maybe you late over there, like I said, but when you come here, you only 1 or 2 years old. Because 1 year new country is the newborn baby, right? And newborn baby not supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
Correct? So that just really depends on your mindset and how you actually think about it. But if you still have that, maybe you can go by yourself, but going there yourself without knowing this missions is maybe more difficult for you to achieve whatever and more difficult, right? You still maybe might end up be doing the same thing that you share here, because that's a common route that people go. They only know that one because they think, oh, I'm poor, I don't have money, I don't have knowledge, I'm not smart enough, so I have to do that to survive. But not that. It's not true. I came here second time with $700. I don't have to do nails, but I'm still survived this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just gotta go to school. So maybe need to have that person who been there, done that, try another route to show the other people, because there's so many ways to go, right? Reach the destination.
Yeah, I have a friend that they moved to the US, but that she moved to the US, but she has to do the nails.
That's okay.
But I think that is not totally related to her major because she studied in the medical field.
Uh-huh.
She wants to be a nurse.
Mhm.
So why she choose nail to be a part-time job for her?
Okay, before answering that question for you, do you know if the people can work in the US?
Pardon?
Do you know if the people from Vietnam can work here as an international in the US or not?
I don't know.
Yeah, they cannot work here. They
Oh,
can't. That's a regulation from the government. You cannot work off campus until you get the graduation or certifications for you to allow you to work. You work illegal.
oh, really?
Yeah, so
So
that's why,
how about the nail?
well, that's why they have to do whatever they need to do to survive.
Oh, so that's why most of Vietnamese move to the US to the nail salon.
Now, so that's why you didn't know the reason behind it. So that's why you asked your friend why she's doing it, right?
Yeah.
In the so most I have goosebumps. But the thing is, in majority people come here, especially migrate as an F1 student, there's a certain categories that you cannot work while in school or even here. You're only allowed to work like Vietnamese people, like you have a freedom of work, right? But those people from that categories, they can't. That's illegal. And if they do, if they got fined out, they got kicked back to the country. And some people happen to them, you know? And just imagine among those jobs that illegal, you that's the one of the high like the fastest way to make money. Like just imagine for server here or even cashier, depends on the state in the city. You only make around $9 per hour. Do you have enough time to, and then if you don't have support from your families for finance, you do not have that much time to work that much to earn because you need to pay for your own school and tuition fees. Just multiple it, times it to see how much you make per shifts. For instance, 9 hours per eight, right? It's $72. $72 a day, right? She gotta work how many days? Maybe full time. But full-time work and full-time school is impossible. There's
Yeah.
no way to sleep. And no one gonna pay for, and then go to school that you need to do homework. English is not your first language. You take longer time to study. That's why what you have your friend have to do whatever she gotta do. But depends on them. Sometimes some people really dedicate, they do nails, they participate in school with medical field related, they still go to school. That is their max out their time and their money to support their dreams, right? But without knowing how to get full ride scholarship, because money, time is money. You keep chasing for money to pay for school, then you satisfy your time. That's why she necklace her relationship because she doesn't have time. Who knows? So that's why on my research, I showed it, but you haven't heard my carefully explanations about that perspective. So people don't have a choice here. Like nail salon is one of the fastest way to do. If not, they already give up and go back. Even people with like family coming here, the money will run out eventually. If you keep failing from classes, you can repay for it. You don't even work, right? In Vietnam, you have to work to pay for your current living, right? Just
That's
imagine
right.
you cannot do that here. Then you know the answer why they're struggling here as a international students. That's why they create us jobs than this company for them. And I don't I don't want to pay them at the beginning because they need to know they need to work for themselves first. It's like an investment. You go to school, you pay for school, right? You don't go to school for free.
Yeah.
I'm here, maybe you work for free, but it's the lesson I teach you or that is applied for your future, then you have intention to go to US, and even for yourself. Because if you cannot work with me, you cannot deal with me, how you can deal with Americans? Because they like 10 times harder than me, or more like strict or more professional, right? So if you, that's the reason why I don't offer people. And then if I do pay and they cannot keep up, either I tell them to try and give them one more chance because they have to experiment with different company, or they have to stop working. I forgot to find somebody else. So when I start paying, that is when they need to show their work attitudes and professionals to make money. You gotta keep either maintain that or increase that to a higher level. You cannot drop your working style, professional. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think now you understand.
yeah, I've watched your previous interview, and you said that if working in your business, you can, I mean, that you can have the scholarship that will help you to move to the US. Yeah, so I think that's a good idea. So Vietnamese don't have to work in the nail shops anymore.
Well, it's like, just remember, scholarship, it's only short way terms, right? I cannot provide forever if they're not bringing any profits for themselves, which is they're not growing, first of all, for themselves, right? And then support them in the beginning, and they keep paying them if they keep bring profits for them and bring profits for the company itself. Because if the company is not growing, how can I can survive paying you guys?
Yeah.
Like I have maybe grow up to 50 people within 2 months from now on. How myself, I'm still international students, have to pay for my own living expenses, have to still paying for school, can survive, can support 50 people. I'm not marry a rich man in here yet. I'm not millionaire or billionaire yet. I'm not Bill Gates or the other people. You know what I mean? So I take care for myself first, but I just create this company as a community because maybe I done that, and then they just here to support me or work with me, to build that together. Because you need a leader, right? You need a leader to know how to run things, but you still have to do first some reason for you first, right? So that's why it's like, okay, then if I'm not making money and after 2 or 3 months and it's like you guys not learning, I keep like complaining or give you feedback but not in improvement, how can I survive with these situations, right? So some people don't think that way. They don't understand my perspective. Sometimes it's like some people told me like, you crazy, you cannot even like take care of yourself. You okay with it? What you still have 50 kids back home to take care. They think like that. And I'm like, oh my god, you so rắn mà. Đi làm kiếm tiền, trả tiền cho nhân viên. I'm like, for what? They just told me that. They asked me, are you stupid or are you like crazy? Stop that. People told me that. Trust me. They think that way. And I don't make any money so far, but I'm spending my time. Spending my time here is lack of going to work. Like work is money. Time is money. And I'm just talking to you and the other people. They don't see that because in Vietnamese mindset, they don't think time is money yet. But in here, when you move to US, your time, when you start making money $500 per hour or so, you don't want to spend 1 hour talking with someone nonsense that is not going to help you or help them. Correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's why you might learn something in the future. But that is what I've been like experiencing. Like, oh my god, it's Friday, you have meetings, you don't even hang out. Are you crazy? But I'm like, it's okay. I don't need to hang out right now. I'm just have something to do. And I gotta do it. So that's why I really have high expectation for my interns being here, and then really like put their energy in it. Because if I put my free time in here making nothing and they show me like the attitude of laziness or unprofessional, it's really kill my moods. And I actually experienced it, but I'm trying my best to like, hey, you know what? They are new, they are this, so but that will change, and I hope that we will show the other people as simple. by joining the team because they're on a learning process. And I think they've been growing from my feedback and comments. But we'll see how it goes. Well, yeah, right now I think with the translations work, it's just basically sometimes it's the hiring posts or even social media and websites, and then also it's like the legal process if we need it. I think in the future we also have someone legal compliance specialist that come in for like contracts, meetings, or agreements that I need to translate from English to Vietnamese. Because most people they understand English, but not everything, right? And it's hard for them if we don't have two versions of languages. So that's why one of the biggest thing for that right now. And what else? Because I try to do like national or international, and we need to have Vietnamese and English in the future.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have someone have big skill sets and have a passion with it. Some people, if they just a task for them, they don't like it, then the work is not there. It's like, I don't know anything much about English. You want me to translate English, they will use the tool Google Translate or whatsoever. Google Translate is not smart enough to know everything.
But the English translation now in your post, that who's going to take charge? That be in charge of.
That's depends if the hiring, that's me.
Oh.
So I wrote everything there, and then some of them for job description is like review before posting, but sometimes if it's like not anything you see in the future, that's for mostly interns, and then they have to delegate to translate to English together by themselves. Some people use the tool, some people do this, but I have to go back and review grammars and everything. It's a lot of work for me. And I have so many meetings and stuff like that. So I need someone to help and assist with those paperwork and before publishing, right? And then sometimes even though maybe English there is the major, but also I need to double check again to see if it actually demonstrate enough what I actually aiming for. Because I think it's better for me to look at English than Vietnamese, because sometimes I just don't get it. Like it's saying nonsense, but it's like sometimes I cannot translate to Vietnamese because I'm not good at writing in Vietnamese. Like when I was little, I'm not good at that. Mấy bạn kia có thể viết rất là văn mỹ, but I can't. So I need someone, and then for it like Vietnamese versions, I think they're pretty good so far. But we just need to be like more professionals and stuff. So far, I think I don't have any questions relate to for your experience, because I want to see actions and then actually the actual work before saying anything. But I believe that if you want to learn about the other things, that we do open for our interns to learn, but as long as they can manage their time and finish or even handle those positions, because there's a lot of work for you. And do you work somewhere else right now?
Right now, no, I'm just studying at school.
Oh, then how can you survive?
Oh, because I'm the fourth year student, so I have a lot of time to do another work.
Oh, okay, I see. You wrote here 4-year undergraduate students.
Yeah, fourth year undergraduate. I'm a fourth year currently.
Oh, so that is mean freshman undergraduate students, because when you wrote here 4th-year undergraduate student, it's mean you in the 4th year already. Yeah, that's how different we think, but it's like either because everybody know in the university it's definitely 4 years, right? When you write 4th-year undergraduate student, is mean you in the 4th year. That's why I was concerned about your working, and now you said you're in the 1st year, then you have to put in here freshman student.
No, I mean that I'm a fourth year student.
First year is the freshman, right?
Fourth
Oh,
year.
fourth year. I
Yeah,
heard
fourth
okay.
fourth year.
So the last year.
Yeah, last year.
So in here, no, like in the US, they call senior. Freshman, sophomore, junior, and then senior. That's the term.
Yeah.
Or third year is fine too, but
Yeah,
it's
my friend just has studied 3 years, so I think that in the US they just have 3 years.
no, depends on graduations. Depends on like what she's studying. Sometimes it's only 2 years, but she take longer time, so she studied 3 years. And depends on the majors, can range differently. Yeah. Okay, then so that's why, so how can you handle for your living expenses there without working?
In Vietnam, uh, I used to be a translator, so I save money for a living, and I have, and I did, I'm doing, and I did like teaching an English tutor online, yeah,
Okay.
for some students.
And you living alone or you still live with your family?
I still live with my family.
Okay. So just imagine all of that disappear when you move to US. No house, no family, no money, no work. This is no, you know why. It's really difficult. And maybe now you still have even cooking. You don't have time, you gotta do that. How can you eat? Correct?
Yeah.
So that's why I just appreciate and then work hard, save more money when you there. So you need money to save up, and knowledge is everything, right? Maybe you don't need money now. That's why now you have so much time and maybe support from family. The thing is you need to have right now is knowledge. When you come here, knowledge will pay off because you already have that those certain knowledge. It can help you survive anywhere without money or those things first. It's really important. So just want to get you heads up. Okay, then you currently in school, how you can manage the time that do like attending meetings and stuff like that for future.
Yeah, as I said that senior have little classes. It's about 3 to 4 classes to study. So I have a lot of time to manage my work as well as my study.
And you aware of our meeting times and it's like concern about working time?
So what do you mean, like your meeting time is in my studying time or something?
No, do you aware our meeting times? And do you know our meeting times, dates and times, and working or expectation about working time?
I hope that in the evening or in the morning, because I have classes in the afternoon. Yeah.
Well, we definitely don't
just
have any afternoon meetings or working because that's not my sleep, and you can work in your own time. So with that, let me inform you some information so you know, and you will see that if you receive more information or letter from us. So basically, our meetings depends on the group. Okay, will be depends. Tuesday will be digital marketing. It's where people combine between social media and marketing, and then even couple people from interns, if they need to join, they need to join us so they can understand how to run social media and create contents and stuff like that. Every Tuesday nights from 9 p.m. until 11. Still early than the time you're talking to me now. And then for group meetings with all the interns that they need to do, sometimes it's also official. This will be from on Friday nights from 9 to 11 at the same time. And different group have different meeting too, which is research on Sunday, and the other group. So that is mostly the biggest one that I need you to know so you can prepare. For working time, you can arrange your schedule anytime you refer, but during the time around 7 a.m. your time until 2 p.m. is the time you can reach me and the other people also work. They don't have to be at a specific time, but then I assign tasks individually because they work independent. And then if you need to communicate, those time is the time you can reach me. 7 a.m. your time until 2 p.m. or 9 p.m. until midnight is the time that I online the most. So some even after past those certain time, I can still online, but you gotta go to sleep, and I gotta go to sleep. So after I think after 2 p.m. your time, I'm not gonna be there anymore. So people keep messaging me out of nowhere. That's for my thing, for my conversation or submit something. I'm like, I already slept. I already gave you the time. So you just need to pay attention with that. And the rest, you can finish any work, any meetings, any task you need to do anywhere, anytime, as long as you met the deadline. Deadline is really important for me. And I've been mentioning concentrate or repeat it a couple times. Some people still late for the deadline without so many disorganized stuff. And then I might give them 1 or 2 times like to get warning and improve. But if after past 3 times, then I require them to stop working after a week. Or even the work ethics or working style is unprofessional, like get me mad every day. Usually I don't get mad, but lately it's so many people combine and repeat it. Make me feel like, oh my God, it's just get annoying so much. And they do have more experience than anyone ever from different company, from 1 year, 2 years, but so bad. Some people have zero experience, but their work ethic is really professional. So it doesn't matter about experience, it's about work attitude. Yeah, so that is mostly what I want to emphasize with you about the meeting times, and also like the other things, the other informations.
Honestly, that I've watched your previous interview, and I heard that the meeting time is on that time, so I registered my class in another time in the afternoon. So I expect that I could join this position. So I registered myself the classes just in the afternoon.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you did that because it will affect a lot, and I don't want you to affect like your current studying or schedule.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing that, and thank you for really paying attention. I think you have really like dedication. You want to work with us or be a part with us now. Because I saw, so this is the reason I want to mention this. I saw you schedule phone screening with our HR, and you schedule, I'm not sure about mistake or anything or intention. You schedule another one half hour later after that with me. Maybe I'm like, maybe she want to talk to you first and then want to talk to me later. I'm like, she really want to really like join the team. I told my HR. But have to go process. You can agree like before, so you're not jumping the factor. And then I also have a lot of meetings at the same time, so it's a lot for me. Yeah. So any questions for you to ask?
Actually, I read your mission in your vision that you have to achieve all the clients in the Asia in the next 3 years. So I have a question that apart from that goals, do you have any target that you want to achieve?
What is that? So you mentioned that what is that again?
That you said that you have to serve the clients in all of the Asia in the next 3 years. That's your goal. So I want to ask that apart from that, do you have any different
Specific goals for them?
No, apart from the serving.
Oh,
you want
serving. Yeah, that's serving for them,
to
right? The goals for them. Well, my intention is in the first year, or even when I launch around December or January, I want to bring around 10 to 20 students go to US except for me. I mean, that's the common things that everybody can do bigger, higher rates. But then if they come here, they need to well equipped from what to know before coming, during while they're living, and after that in their whole study process. So they're just not coming here and like, okay, bye, get out the boat, swim, you know. So they need to know what to know, like they need to know what before coming to the US first, so they really well equipped, they can pass the interviews, and when they come here, they can reach their goal faster compared to the regular time, which is like 5 to 10 years to reach your goals, which is green cards. And when they come here, they strong with their mindset, and they can do the work independently, right? They can adapt faster. And if you can adapt fast, you make money with that, everything. So you starting achieving and working on your goals, and you still make money with me, right? So I'm aiming to equip them during here so they can use that to help the other people who want to go to US like them. And they become a student mentor. So that is really like good.
community?
Hmm?
A community?
Yeah, a community, but basically it's like a following process. And I use them as the reference to connect to people. Maybe you want to go here, study different major, right? Then I connect with people who have a similar major or intentions to study like you in the same state. Then you save your time here to actually like achieving your goals and match the target, the right one. Then you have more time to support the other people. So I want to help them from really when they come here to achieve their goal and successful whenever in their definition. That is what I want to serve and make sure that they're not alone out there and don't know what to do. Right. I just don't want them, because the biggest reason I hate the industry over there, because they just care about the quantity, that I'm like, okay, go here, go here. But they don't, some people don't even know how to do interview because they know nothing about school. And then when they come here, they don't know what to even do. They don't, if you, before coming to US, you don't even know that you cannot work here. Then if you just come in, you like drop your expectation and it's like falling from the sky. I'm like, oh my gosh, didn't know. You know what I mean? So
I didn't know that. I mean that I didn't know that people have the service. People in here have the service that they write the study plan for their clients to apply for a visa or to send that to the university. I don't know that they have that service.
Well, they have to do that themselves. But the people who at the service, they don't even really know, like the educational here.
Yeah.
You know, either they might be living here, but they don't even go to school. They might just have that service to bring you go here, but then they never go to school. They never achieve anything. You know what I mean? So I hate that. I hate that so much. And then even my friend actually dealing with that right now, because I helped her go to US the first time after 3 years of failing, 3 years in a row failing from interview. 3 years. During that 3 years time frame, she did a lot of interviews. But then when I get back, I took her to go to US within 2 months. She been living here for 4 years, have kids, go back home. Now she want to reapply. She asked for the other people to do paperwork for her. I'm like, I got pissed because I'm like, I'm doing this for people who go study abroad, especially like that. And you pay for the people. I don't matter that you pay for the people. I don't care. But it's really like make me sad because you keep spending stupid money for people who have zero intention helping you. They might post on public or social media. I'm like, oh, this person successfully going here. Yeah. But then what is your success story being here? Are you still doing the other nonsense thing and when you're living in America and acting like you earning $1 million or acting rich here? You know what I mean? And then my friend said like, oh, they don't even pay attention about me. Like now it's like after reschedule interview for me, like they don't even talk to me anymore. Or when I ask them, they don't even answer. For me, my service, I actually don't do any of that. You guys have to do it yourself. I do not have anyone to do that for you. You know what? You have to do your own research and do paperwork by my leading, because you will go to US in the future. So you need to do how to do independent. And those paperwork, maybe you fail, you know how to do it again. You don't ask people and you don't have to pay extra money for them to do it. And you can do it for your family when they apply for tourist visa. And then so many things when you come here, you transfer to different school, university, you know how to do it. It saves your time, right? So I did my mom visa tourist everything myself, none of the agency. So you just need to put your hands dirty to know what's going on. So that's why I want to clarify. I'm not gonna here to like consult people. My company name is not consulting. Maybe it's in there because it's their category, but my Vietnamese name for the company is Định Hướng và Hướng nghiệp. Right? I'm not gonna consulting tư vấn, công ty dịch vụ tư vấn. No, I did not put it there. I don't want people to get a wrong attention. I don't know what is their definition about consults or tư vấn, but I don't do that. I'm just guide you here. But you have to do yourself. Yeah. So that is what I can explain so far, and hopefully it's answer your questions. Yeah. Alrighty. Then with that, let's see. So how are you feeling so far, or how positive are you that you planning to work with us and then have it's like a professional working attitude from now on until later, and how long?
You mean that how long?
So how long are you actually planning to work with us?
I want to work as a part-time job in before February, and after February, I have plenty of time. So I want to be a full-time. I want to do a full-time job. Yeah.
And what are your intention actually like planning to really like going to the US if you have it's like a goals? Are you planning about that, or what is on your head?
Yeah, I want to work abroad, like in the US, but I think that maybe I work in a short term, not a long term. Yeah.
But then what is your like end goal coming here to work? You want to settle down? You want to migrate, or you just want to come here and just try it out a little bit and you go back to Vietnam and live and stay there?
Because I know nothing about the US, so I want to experience it. I want to learn new things. I want to challenge myself, and if they like, as you said, it's all about destiny. If I experience this already, and I love to live there, so yeah, maybe.
But you have to know your end goal first, right? Coming here is just a way for you to confirm what you know, correct? But you need to know, like, oh, I'm good there and figure out what's going on. But then you will fall into the practice, the group of people that don't know what to do before coming. And if you work with me, I don't want you to experience that. You need to know what is the opportunity out there and your final destination, even when you come here for a short period of time, right? Because that's really important. Maybe you come here and like, oh, then I'm just go here and travel a little bit to see if American is great and then go back. Then you don't have to care too much about final destinations. But if you do have final destination, it's like, okay, I want to settle down here, move here to US, but then what is the plan? Backtrack. I'm like, then I go there first, maybe study or work maybe around like a year, because couple months is not enough for you to experience, because 1 or 2 months is just for a tourist mindset. Life will be
Yeah,
random.
of course that I didn't expect that I moved to the US for a couple months. Yeah, about like 2 to 3 years. I think if I want to experience this and challenge myself.
But time will fly fast. That's why I mentioned I keep backtrack right now. So that's why you need to know. It's like if you're there to get green card or you want to migrate, so then those couple years is the wait for you to achieve it. Because if you try but without working on to achieve your final goals, big goals, then later on you keep lost track of it and you have to do it over again. And it's concerning waste of time, right? So for instance, if you have final exam, you have 12 chapters to study and pass certain grade, then you delegate and divide it into small tasks every month or every week or every day for you to study how many hours, right? And then you work to achieve the final goals. And you need to pass the exam with 12 units. So it's the same thing with a US journey. Like, okay, then it will take me around 3 years to get green card. What do I need to do in order to do that? And maybe in these 3 years, I allow myself to experience it. So either I can decide it, but you need to still have a backup plan or end goals that you're working on achieving something. You cannot just say like, oh, now after 3 years, now I can work on achieving that. It will take you another 6 years to actually achieve that or so. And also it's like a common thing when there are people out there 10 years to that, but it's not going to take you fast or even stay concentrated on your goals. Goals have to need to be specific and have time and certain things what to do in there. If not, you waste some money coming here and like cannot achieve anything and go back. It's cost you money though, coming here. Not much. Not cheap. At least 10 to 20 grants for a couple few months. Or even a year will be 200 to 300 grand. Do you have enough of that?
No.
Yeah. So don't waste your time, because time is money. So you need to know what's the plan going first. That is, even maybe you already have planned, well, okay, I'm going to go there work first, but no, it's not like what you think. People think that way. They don't have a plan. It will take a longer time because they just try out, go with the flow, and to go with the flow is not good mindset. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, that's why I want to know, because you have those specific goals, then it will actually motivate you a lot. It's like a block. The đồng hồ cát, right? You put it, time is like running. And just imagine when time's up and you're done, then you know what you do. And then if you don't put it, the lock is just still the same. I'm like, well, I still have so much time. I will figure it out when it's get there. Then it's never achieved. Yeah. So that is what I can share for you, and then you can have a better understanding. And when you create your goal for working and learning objective, when you create your goals, it need to be specific what to do and when you have to achieve it. Is that relate to your goals, big goals in the future, long-term goal, or it's just the goals that you think is the cool things to add on your goals? So that is what I can share with you today. And you have any questions?
I think no.
Okay. Alrighty, then with that, well, I think it's you really want to be a part, and then I'm not sure even yourself, do you think you will see yourself starting somewhere soon with us, or what's your decisions?
Decision in your company? What do you mean?
What do you feel so far? How do you feel so far? What's your decision that you want to move forward? Or you, after talking today, you're like, no, she's just so difficult or too much thing on my shoulder. I think I will just enjoy the interview and call this a night.
No, I want to move forward. Yeah, I want to be a part of your team.
Okay, when I need that attitude. And then and then I'll see it. So we have a couple options for you to choose, either starting on the 1st early and then the 5th, because 5th is maybe holiday there. So you can starting on the 1st of September.
Okay.
Is that better for you? So we can process paperwork and everything, and actually the team will have offline meeting around the 11 on Sunday, September 11, where everybody meet up for the first time.
First time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Sunday, right? Yeah, so that will be the 1st, and we will process paperwork, everything for you, and you receive everything and start on the 1st. So the 1st, before that, you require to watch different videos for training, understand more about the companies, and rewatch different things. But also it's new for you, so I just train people today, so whenever new people from different group, they can support you and share with you what are we currently doing and the other things, so you can actually adapt faster and know what to do. Most of the time they don't know yet, so I have to like tell them, because they are young. They 18 or 15 or 16 or so, not 16, sorry, 20. So still like learning process, try to figure out what to do, and then sometimes it's running late deadlines and make me get mad. But you will work with them, professional or not, all kind of people from different age. Alrighty, you don't have any questions, then thank you for joining the meeting again, and we hope to see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you for spending time with me today.
Okay, for sure. Thank you for sharing your stories, and we talk soon, okay?
Yeah. Have a
Okay.
nice day.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night.